Years ago, a financial titan, call him Elias Carver, a departed giant of investing, shared a tale from a lavish gala, hosted by a tech mogul in a cliffside mansion perched above crashing waves. Amid the clink of champagne flutes and the murmur of elite chatter, a poet named Saul leaned toward Lena, a playwright, and remarked that their host had pocketed more from a single app launch than Lena had earned across a decade from her celebrated work, The Spiral Road. Lena's lips curled into a knowing smirk as she replied, "True, but there's a treasure he'll never unearth. Contentment. Contentment. That word lands like a stone cast into still water, sending ripples far and wide for two reasons. First, life often bestows more than seems fair. Fortune, connection, moments of grace stacked high. Second, Lena's quip strikes a rare chord. In a culture relentless about climbing, accumulating, and outpacing, contentment feels like a forgotten dialect, whispered by a scant few who've deciphered its cadence. It's not loud or flashy, but it carries weight. A quiet defiance against the drumbeat of more. It cuts sharp. It runs deep. Two stories unfold here, of souls who drifted from that language, chasing shadows, and the wisdom their missteps leave behind. Picture Zara Khan, born in a sun-scorched corner of Lahore where each dawn was a gamble for survival. No silver spoon awaited her. The earth itself seemed to buckle beneath her feet. Yet by her late 30s she stood atop Horizon Partners, a consulting empire that reshaped industries. Retiring in 2010, she crisscrossed continents, speaking at global summits, joining forces with philanthropists like Elena Ortiz to pipe clean water into parched villages, and steering boards for tech unicorns poised to redefine tomorrow. From Lahore's dust and din, she'd sculpted a $90 million fortune by 2015, enough to yield $4.5 million annually at a modest 5%, or $500 every hour, a ceaseless river of wealth. She could have charted any course, sailed to serene shores, savored the fruits of her ascent. Instead, she fixed her gaze on the stratosphere, the billionaire echelon shimmering just beyond reach. Contentment didn't register in her lexicon. She hungered for the badge of 10 figures. At Apex Ventures, she wove herself into a circle of dealmakers who flung 9-figure sums like confetti at a parade. A colleague sized her up. "She's not here to trade small talk with millionaires. She wants the penthouse perch with the billionaires." That ambition tugged her into murkier waters. In 2016, Apex teetered amid a market slump. A reclusive investor, Theo Grayson, hatched a $4 billion rescue plan. Zara, patched into the board call, caught the whisper early. Apex's stock was about to vault. 12 seconds after the line went dead, she dialed Milo Voss, a trader with a razor's edge. No recording survives, but Voss snapped up 200,000 shares in a heartbeat. When Grayson's gambit splashed across the news, the stock rocketed, and Voss reaped $1.2 million by dawn. That was merely the opening act. Regulators later traced $15 million in illicit gains to Zara's tips. The law descended swiftly. She and Voss traded polished desks for iron bars, their names etched into tales of greed gone sour. Now shift to Cal Rowan, architect of a scam so audacious it'd make a grifter flinch. His pyramid scheme bled investors dry for 15 years before crumbling in 2016. But rewind the reel. He hadn't always walked crooked paths. Once, he'd forged a legitimate kingdom, helming SwiftFlow, a logistics outfit that kept global trade humming. A 2005 profile boasted, "Rowan's crew shifts $600 million in cargo daily, snaring 8% of port traffic. He's so sharp, he pays rivals a nickel a shipment to offload their excess, skimming the profit." That clean hustle delivered $20 million a year. Cal stood flush, honestly. Yet he plunged into the mire. Why? Why abandon a river of millions for the swamp of more? Desperation fits the destitute. A street dealer once shrugged, "Guilt's a luxury when hunger gnaws." But Zara and Cal, they clutched wealth, respect, wide-open doors, and torched it all for an extra heap. Their tales scream caution, but subtler echoes ripple too. In 2001, a cadre of traders at Pinnacle Funds, each worth $50 million or more, staked their fortunes on a market moonshot. They flamed out amid a boom, seduced by a horizon that dangled more. A weathered voice later reflected, "They swapped their anchor for a mirage. Why risk the hull you've got for a wave you don't need? It shines clear as rain, yet the drops get sidestepped. Few will grasp $90 million, but countless reach enough. Bills met, dreams within arms, reach. Four truths anchor the ground here. The true fight lies in pinning down full. Hunger that balloons with every bite breeds a chase without end, a void that yawns wider. When craving, wealth, power, glow, lapse satisfaction, the cycle clamps shut. Each triumph nudges the target further. Modern life's machinery churns riches and mutters, "You're late." Ambition fuels progress, but without contentment, it's a roar without roots. Joy distills simply what's held minus what's craved. Gauging against others spins a futile wheel. A graphic designer pulls $400,000 yearly. Lush by any yardstick. Her studio mate inks a $30 million deal. Now she's scraping. That mate squints at a crypto maven's $250 million haul from 2022. The maven trails a venture capitalist's $2 billion take. The VC envies a tech titan whose worth spiked $20 billion, more daily than the designer's decade. The peak's a phantom. No one crowns it. Victory means stepping off, deeming your lot plenty, even if it pales beside the next. Contentment isn't retreat. It's a bulwark. Some scorn enough as surrender, like leaving riches buried. It's the rain that halts a slide to ruin. Life's a banquet. Limits hit when the plate's too heavy. The shrewd pause before the groan. In the race for more, many stop only at breaking. Careers singed, wagers bust. Worse, Zaras and Cals clutch every glint till shackles bind. An itch unchecked always claws back. Some stakes outweigh any roll. Post-release, Zara told a journalist, "Don't grip too tight. Status, wins, whatever. Does it count? My name's rubble now, heavy only if I let it be. It's a thin shield, forged in loss's fire. Reputation gleams gold. Freedom shines gold. Ties to kin, gold. Their warmth, gold. Contentment, gold. Wagering them for a fatter prize swaps a map for a trifle. Knowing enough bolts them, fast." Beyond these warnings, quieter paths glimmer. A farmer in Tuscany tends vines, his yield modest, but his evenings rich with bread and laughter. A coder in Seoul caps her hours, her pay solid, her nights free for stargazing. They've traced their full, no headlines, no billions, just balance. The beauty? Contentment crafts itself steady, no tightrope strung. That's the next tale to chase.